Hey guys, welcome back to the BArnzy channel. I'm Stu Williams, and today we are going to have a look at the new Optimum Idle Pearl. It features micro tracks. 1 second, let me get the exact number, the exact name. Micro Tracks Pearl Reactive, which was last used on the exotic gem. It has the same core as the Optimum Idle with the AI core tech. So I'm back here again at Mel's Lone Star Lanes. Thanks to them for helping me out with some lanes. We've got the typical house shot from here, so we're gonna bowl with this new Optimum Idle. It's very, very pretty. So hopefully we can throw some strikes, get an idea of what it does. And then I've got a couple of balls to compare, and we can see. So let's get out there, see what it does. Okay, so we got the Optimum Idle, 5 3/4 inch pin, 5-inch mass bias, I guess, and a 3.5 inch buffer. Optimum Idle is drilled the same as the Optimum Idle Pearl. So let's see what we've got in this lane. It's a slightly broken down house shot because I've recorded the Storm Ascent video before this. So let's see. That went through it quite nicely. For people who are looking for the Idle Pearl replacement, I don't think this is going to be it, to be honest. The Idle Pearl had a much cleaner cover than this, so the biggest problem I had was it wasn't a very good complement for me to the Idle because there was such a big gap between the two balls. With this having the micro tracks cover, I think it's going to be a lot closer to the Optimum Idle, so I think they'll fit off each other better. I think it'll be easier to change between those two balls. Where I'm hoping this is going to fit, and I think in hindsight I probably drilled this one a little bit too weak. I drilled this one to be the same layout as the Optimum Idle, so it was easier for comparisons, but I think it was a little cleaner than I expected it to be. But I'm hoping that this, I know it's not a road grip ball, but this is going to be in the same sort of category as a Zen, a shiny, strong pearl ball that kind of picks up a little earlier than like a traditional pearl ball. That's kind of where I'm hoping it's going to fit. Well, that was nice. This ball definitely looks better once the lane's broken down a little bit. I used it when I was warming up, and it was definitely getting too much behind the headpin on the fresh. But that's kind of what you would expect. You would break the lane down a little bit, maybe first game of league with the Optimum Idle, and then just transition into this Optimum Idle Pearl to be kind of like your little 1-2 punch. Oh my God, that's terrible. That might be the worst shot I've ever thrown. 1, 6, 7, 10. I don't think I've ever left this before. I think realistically, the only way I can make this is to hook at it, which feels weird hooking at a washout, but here goes nothing. I can confidently say I've never shot this before. I am 1 for 1 on that spare. Oh my God, that's great. 1 for 1 on the 1, 6, 7, 10 lifetime. Saw it here first on the BArnzy channel. All right, let's try not to throw one quite so bad when we move a little further left. We like the fact that that one got back. Mixed them up with the light hit. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, one more like that. We'll rotate a little more, see what we get. Oh yeah. Now the lane's broken down a little bit. Oh my God, this ball looks so much better. Like, just needs that spot that it'll just pick it up off. But that's what the Zen was so great at. And I think this will be when I drill it a little stronger. The Zen could flourish when the lanes were like this, but you could also use it on the fresh as well. This layout might be a little weak for me to do that, but it's giving me that sort of vibe. That's what I think a lot of straighter players like when they had the idle. They could keep it in front of them, keep it up the lane. And because of that low RG weight block, it was super predictable. I never really was able to ever do that with the idle Pearl. The cover was just so much cleaner and it made it so much more angular that it was good in another spot. It just, for me, was very rarely the ball off the idle. Splashy, splashy. Yeah, and the cool thing is right now is, in my arsenal, I don't have a ball that's like this, that has this strong of a cover on it, shiny ball that's symmetrical. I know that's a lot of like specifics, but if you think about it, most of our balls that we have now that are symmetrical have cleaner covers on them. Summit Peak, TNT Infused, Exponent Pearl, like the Ruby. All of those balls are much cleaner. This ball is a much stronger much bigger footprint, much stronger cover. So it's exciting to see, to have something different. I like that. That's the hardest angle to bowl in this ball and center. They're sort of in between. It's like, kind of need to move further left or be more straight through the front part of the lane. Let's see if we can spare this from the back again. Close. Ooh. All right. Let's go back to where I think most people are going to want to use this ball. Kind of the in-between zone where you hook it, but you don't super get left. No balance, but good results. Okay, so a double in the 10 for 240 even. I'm excited to get another layout on one of these when it comes out. The over rotate 9-pin. So that was 230. $229. Let's see. Not that I think it's going to be that great of a comparison right now, but let's see the idle. Waiting for the pins. Right. See what the idle does. That is the Optimum idle, of course. I think you can see, picked up earlier, quite a bit lazier on the carry down now. I don't think anybody's really shocked to see that's what it does. I'll move a little left, kind of that in-between zone again, see what it does, and then we'll wrap this up. Like I say, kind of the same thing. I think that the Optimum idle, Optimum idle Pearl, going to be good complements to each other. But they're probably not going to work at the same time very often. It's like you're going to use one or the other. Like I see it as first game of league is Optimum Idle, switch out into Optimum Idle Pearl. It's going to give you more back end, clean it through the front part of the lane. Optimum Idle is probably going to be a bit more predictable. So I think we might have another good one on our hands. Like I say, for me, it's awesome to add into my arsenal because it's something different. When you're putting your arsenal together, you want balls that are different. If all your balls are the same and they all work in the same place, that means that when they don't work, they probably all don't work. And that's not good. Recently, I added the Ion Pro into my arsenal. That's what I like best about that. It excels when some of the other balls that we have don't work. That's perfect. That's 100% what you want. You want to have an arsenal that's complete, and this gives me something different. So I'm excited. August 25th or 26th, I'll put the exact date here, is when these balls come out, or when this ball comes out. There will be a link in the description below to our friends at Bowlers Mart. If you would like to pre-order it or check it out, hit that link. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.